Yo, man, seeing this video title, my goodness. Welcome back to the channel again, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with another video on the Art of Dialogue channel uh, with Tupac's ex. Is it Desiree or Desiree Smith? I think Desiree. I forget. But police wanted me to frame Tupac. Tupac was caught with a shocking tape of us in his hotel by police. Yo, man, hey, I'm just thinking like, what would the rap game look like if Tupac was still alive? Because in the history of rap, he's probably at the top of the list as the realest as far as like rapping about stuff you actually been through versus some people. Yeah, yeah. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
All right, Desiree, I want to switch gears a
Desiree,
little bit
Mm-hmm.
and talk about something a little bit more serious, something that bothers me as a Tupac fan, because I believe that this is ultimately what changed the trajectory of his life.
Mm-hmm.
So on November 19th, 1993, Pac gets arrested for his infamous abuse case with Ayanna Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
which, like I said, ultimately changed the trajectory of his life.
Absolutely.
Take Take me through that night from your perspective. Did he call you when he got out of prison, or did you just hear about it on the news?
I heard about it when he got locked up, and I spoke to him maybe a week, 2 weeks later. And, this is around the time where we're like, I only knew him. You said 93 is when this happened, right?
Yeah.
91, 93. Yeah, like we had that was like the beginning stages of us dating. But we had a really cool friendship and bond that in some aspect he trusted me enough to talk to me about it. And
that's huge.
he just, first of all, he wasn't, the anger wasn't the problem. He was hurt. He was hurt that people would view him as a racist. He was hurt that a black woman of all people was putting this allegation on him of something he did not do. He told me how he met her, what transpired. He told me that, he invited her back over, but he wasn't really digging her like that. So, he was like, she can give him some head or whatever. And, he just told me like, yo, he f***ed up. He should not have left her in that room. But
It makes me think, because the other video I watched, she said, her and Tupac went to a Diddy party, but this was like the beginning stages before they got like all huge and all crazy. I'm just wondering if Tupac was alive today. I think I'm trying to think, man, because Tupac loved him some women, but at the same time, if you listen to his lyrics and stuff he raps about, I honestly think he would be more like on the 50 Cent side. You know what I mean? Maybe. That's what I kind of think.
other than that, he didn't do nothing to her. He wouldn't do nothing to nobody. And as I spent time with him and got to know him, I knew he was not capable of something like that. Because it's not about how many women you could have. It's about how you view women.
Ooh.
A lot of men rape and do things to women and they're fine. And you be like, well, I'm sure he don't have a problem. It wasn't that type of thing. Pac loved women like a person would love art or loves music, and it wasn't, I want to use women. It was, I love them. Like, I want to see what turns them on and how they work and what's the inner makings of this person. So You know, that was a hard slap in the face to him to have that said.
I'm so happy that you said that, because oftentimes I would hear women say like, "Oh, well, why would such and such rape this person? He doesn't have to do it." Well, nobody has to rape.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter how attractive you are, but you made it clear that it's not about what a man looks like, it's about what he thinks
Yes.
about women.
How he feels about women. And Pac loved women. A man has to hate or have a resentment for women in order to hurt them in that capacity. And that was not his character at all.
That's key right there, knowing his character.
So the night that the police busted in his hotel room, it was rumored that they had found of you and Tupac.
Yeah.
Do you care to elaborate?
Elaborate what? They did find his lawyer ended up contacting me and telling me about it. And telling me, just to be on the lookout, just in case the press shows up at my house, which upon hearing that, I got my ass right up out of there and went with some family members out of town, because, yeah, that would have, I don't know, that would have ruined my life probably at the time, even though now it's made some people pretty famous, but, and he told me.
The Kardashians.
As I was cutting it off, I was going to say the name, the Kardashians. Again, we all know how Kim got famous. And she's basically saying if she would have agreed or sold the tape of her and Tupac, man, look. Again, social media and everything back then was not even, wasn't even there yet. But I'm just saying now, I know a lot of these people be like, boy, if they would have seen, because I even said when I play basketball, I was like, man, if y'all could have seen me play basketball when I was younger, but we didn't have no YouTube and no social media. You see, when I used to slam dunk and do all this stuff, yeah. It's probably a good thing, too, that it wasn't no social media back then, because I know a lot of people were wilding out, boy.
I know, right? But yeah, that tape will never see the light of day. It don't matter anyways. So, but they did find a tape. And, I always, like, after everything was said and done, my only question is, like, this tape was made maybe 3 to 6 months before they busted you in that hotel. Why was this damn tape with you? This man was walking around with this tape everywhere he went.
Oh, girl, he loved you. He couldn't get enough. Even when you were gone, it's
I was like, what are you doing? So yeah, they found that tape, and one day I woke up and I had come back to the city for the holidays, and I don't know if it was Thanksgiving or if it was Christmas, but literally I'm walking in the train station and I see that the police found her, and they believe to be under the influence of alcohol and drugs, and they are trying to find her. I saw that and I was like, wow. And my mentality was, as I told his lawyer also, I don't want to speak to the cops because I don't really trust them. I feel like they'll try to find some way to use this against him and put him into more problems. So, I met with his lawyer at the time. We had a conversation and I told him I'm going to just, go disappear for a little while. I don't want this type of attention. It's, I would have been so embarrassed. Not now, but then. But yes.
So did the cops ever approach you about the tape, or
Never.
did you pretty much get out of there?
Never, thank God. So in the precinct, I lived literally 5 blocks away from the precinct that arrested him, the precinct where the tape was. Yeah. I lived right by Midtown North. So.
And you said that the tape will never see the light of day. How do you know that for sure?
Well, one, the evidence should be destroyed, but I think
Is she still got
I
it?
can't say that.
Oh,
I can say it to you off the record, but I can't say it.
Okay.
It's not a good look.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I respect that. Um, okay. So how did you feel personally at the time when you're reading all these headlines and you're seeing all these media personalities talk about Tupac on TV, and just talk about this story of him being a racist or an alleged racist? How did it make you feel as a woman in his life and somebody that knew him personally?
I was angry. I was angry. I was angry,
You
and
wanted to beat her ass?
I still want to beat her. No, I'm dead serious. Now, but I was angry because subconsciously I knew that this was going to change him. And especially when he was locked up, it was so hurtful to see him sitting in that place knowing that he did not do that. Like really knowing it in my heart of hearts that he did not do that. Not I love you, I like you. No, I respect you and I understand you as a human. And that was just fucked up. Of all the things you could be in jail for and you didn't do it. And that's an ugly thing to have over you. And it hurt him. People think that Pac was an angry, hateful individual. No, that was born through hurt. He wasn't like that. He was made to be like that. So
What exactly did he tell you happened that night?
he told me she came through. He wasn't really interested in fucking with her. Like she gave whatever, and they all came out in the living room, was chilling because it was a 1-bedroom suite that they had, and that he stepped out the room, and he just left. Like he went to do something else. I don't know what, and I don't recall, exactly. But he said he left her there. Like she was chilling, she was comfortable, she knew them niggas. And he left her. He wasn't trying to chill with her. He wasn't trying to vibe with her. He actually said he wasn't even he wasn't going to call her ever again. So maybe, she felt like she was down and he rejected her maybe. And, or it could be another theory too. Could be that the people she was with, I don't know. Cause it's kind of weird. It's like you said, these people did things to you. And then at the end of the day, they all get off with it, and he's the only one that gets locked up. So I don't even know if
And
she
then he
was
gets
just
convicted of abuse, which was like smacking her ass
yeah,
after she sucked his willy on the dance floor. That's what's crazy to me.
and goes to
wow.
jail.
Yeah, they really. I think they wanted him for getting off for shooting those 2 cops. But
Absolutely.
of course, that's all speculative. There's no way to prove that.
Yeah, as well as having politicians against you, so they get you locked up. They're all in cahoots. It's nothing for somebody to put a call in and say, give him the max you can give him or whatever. But it didn't seem right. Seemed like some bullshit.
1.5 to 4.5 years in prison for
Smacking an ass.
somebody's ass is insane. And it wouldn't have ever happened if he was a white rock star.
Absolutely not. He wouldn't even been in court. Except unless it was nowadays, because now it's like you can't even say, you look nice, ma'am. But
Right.
not to take away from the people who really, have gone through some things. But the temperature's really crazy right now.
Again, when you have someone that is like near and dear and close to these situations, inside information, it's crazy, man, because I remember that day when Tupac died, and it just seemed like the world stood still. It was like unbelievable. Then shortly after that, Biggie. But that man been through a lot. He been through a lot. A lot of times you gotta, when you're on the rise to fame, you gotta look closely at who you're surrounded by. A lot of people don't have your best interests at heart. A lot of people will envy you. I mean, all you got to do is, if you go and look at the stories of Tupac, like look at all other artists talking about him, they'll talk about how down to earth he was. There's a lot of rumors. I don't know if they're true or not, but there's a lot of rumors that goes around. I'm just looking at some of the comments. A lot of people are just saying how fine she is. Yeah, she still look good. Someone said Jada Pinkett is looking at her like he liked me more. Wow. Someone said she still got that tape. Man. Saying Tupac really put it on her. She's still blushing 30 years later. Man. Jada probably hate this woman. I gotta do a lot of trimming out, but the original video will be in the description because there was some words that were said here that I know cannot be repeated. So again, appreciate you guys coming over and watching, man. Peace out.